Hello YouTube and welcome to another review, and this time we have British Paratroopers by Revell 172 scale. This set came out in the 1990s. I don't think it really jumps out at you, this set. The crispness and lovely sculpts that Revell does have in its own kits, it's not really showing on this one, but it's worthy of a review definitely. Artwork wise, straight away again you can see this is set out for Arnhem. The artwork itself isn't great. The guy they use for the artwork's got a particular style. What you get in there, you do sort of get inside the box, so it's not really showing you anything other than what basically is the truth. It's definitely an Arnhem set, and the write-up pretty much confirms that on the side of the box, which we'll take a look at now. Let's have a little look. Now again, I bought this from Germany, so it is mainly in German. The British paratroopers experienced their most famous mission, but also their highest number of casualties, in September 1944, when the British Airborne Division was dropped behind German lines in Holland to take over the bridge at Arnhem. However, the paratroopers were unable to hold their isolated position against the German counterattack. Okay, so yeah, relatively, I'm pretty happy enough with that review. I suppose that's about right. So we've got a rough sort of paint guide here. Obviously they want you to use their paints. It's kind of basic. The images are quite basic. I mean, they don't need to be anything amazing, but yeah, the images on these are fairly basic. Got a little instruction leaflet there to show how to assemble. I don't think that figure needs any assembly, so that's a bit odd they're showing him. But yeah, I don't think that guy needs any assembly, but they're showing him in black and white at the top with his parachute, which is just folding up there. Gives you a scale size there, 172 and 54 pieces. So let's probably have a look and see what we get in this set, and we'll move on with the review. So happy enough so far. That looks all in order. So we've got like a kind of green sort of plastic. I will say, if you can just see what I mean about the detail there, it's not quite up to Revell's sort of standard. It's kind of just missing a bit of detail really. Plastic itself is fairly hard. Yeah, details missing. This set came out about 1990, so it's older than a lot of its newer stuff. Its newer stuff is pretty darn good, but this one's just lacking in a bit. We've got plenty going on. There's plenty of guys using weapons. We've got a guy throwing a grenade over here. Wouldn't say the body is appropriately right for what he's doing. He's got his stem by the short handle there. It's not too bad, but it's not great. Certainly the Esky set is certainly superior to this one. We've got a row of 4 guys there. We've got 6 guys firing a rifle standing up, which is quite a lot. We've got a nice pose of a guy sniping, pretty much, which is quite a nice pose. There's no base on that one. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 5 of those there from what I can see. Again, detail is a little bit sort of lacking. This guy here is the Piat, which I'll flip over and show. And I think this guy here is changing the mag of his Sten. But you can probably see there, it's not sort of Revell's sort of classic crispness jumping out at us. He's firing his Bren from the hip. Again, some of these poses are very good. They're just, you know, they're just not amazing. And this is what I mean here. This is supposed to be his Pat 37 equipment, his webbing equipment. It's just really a little tiny block on his back. Even the backpack is not great. It just looks like a box of chocolates or something someone stuck on there. Moving on here, we've got the standard, which is always a favourite of these companies to do, the British guy with a radio. He has got a beret, which is good to see. There's two guys with a beret. I'm just presuming this guy is an officer. I've got no idea if he is. Looks like he's got a sidearm, so I would say that pretty much confirms it. But again, he's quite basic. Guy folding up the parachute. He's nothing to write home about. Again, very basic. Very, very basic. We have the canisters with the weapons in. Again, basic. And the sculpt is a little bit sort of wobbly in places. Another guy here running. He's got his bayonet fastened on the top, which doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit of a facial expression, but you know, he's nothing, again, nothing to write home about. More men throwing the grenades. Not bad. Let's have a little look. So we'll flip it around, just have a look at the Piats, which were here. So let's just have a look at those Piats. Again, you'll probably know what I mean. It's just the sort of quality just isn't really major. At least Revell have put equipment on them, so you know, I'm not going to be too critical. Piat's a fairly decent representation. It has got one stand. No detail on the underside of the sniper, but like I say, that's nothing. I'm not really interested in that because it's hidden. So that's a front view. If we can just get that in focus, that's a front view of the guy with a stent. Again, it's not a bad little pose. It's just not great detail on this set. It's just sort of, they almost look like copies, if that's the best term I could say. They just look like sort of copies, really. Again, that's the grenader. He's throwing his grenade. That's the runner from behind. Radio guy. Back of the canisters. Another Piat. Yeah, so oof, right, not as good as what I've seen with the Esky set. I think the Esky set is better. Yeah, and I didn't really see that many of these online, to be honest. Again, that was another hard to get set. That is pretty much that. So we haven't got much in the way of berets going on. Not that you would be wearing them in Arnhem, it was pretty hectic. But Revell's write-up isn't so bad. Like I say, it's only been the British Commandos write-up that's really been a bit skew-whiff, really. This set just really doesn't do it for me. It just looks cheap. It looks like a copy. And I mean, Revell should be flattered at that remark anyway, really, because their other stuff is pretty good. Whether they use a different sculptor or something, I don't know, but it just sort of didn't happen for this set, which is a shame because there isn't a vast amount of British Paratroop sets out there. But again, Esky still coming out on top for me, and that's a really good set. Italieri use that mould now, so if you see the Esky Italieri set of British Paratroops, I think that one's the best at the moment, certainly unless someone brings out another one. But yeah, so that was my review of Revell's British Paratroops World War II 1/72 scale. And this one cost me about £10 on eBay. It says £3.75 on there, but I think that's what the previous guy bought it for. That's in pounds, so but this is definitely in German, there's no doubt about that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.